Booyah.
Shot Brady, eat your pipe.
Boom. The BradyBagz show without the bags.
MLK version.
Bag-
Got the brother sitting
Bag-
there.
Bags has been replaced by Kurt today. He
Yes,
is currently
sir.
snowed in.
Yes, sir.
Snowed in.
Snowed in.
Speaking of the snow, though,
Snow game.
where my camera? This one? Yo, young bulls. The big money payers get up early, all right? When you want to shovel houses,
Go shovel.
6 a.m. You need 6:30.
Did those kids come around your house?
No, bro. I had to.
They didn't come?
I had to blast out the driveway. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm saying.
In that Malibu.
When I was young and I knew it was snowing, if it's at like over 6 inches or something like that, brother, my clothes are ready. My shovel was ready. I got salt from ShopRite the day before. I am ready to go.
Yes.
The big payers are up early.
Kids aren't doing that anymore.
No, bro.
They don't go around shoveling.
See, back in my day, snow brought out who was strung out. that's who's knocking on the door. Until we knew who was doing bad in the neighborhood. Snow brought them out.
Yeah,
Jesus
well,
Christ.
we made it in, man. It's a holiday, so this is just going to be a little. We're going to recap 311. We'll talk about some fights coming up, and then we'll just shoot the shit for a little bit.
All of 311. Car was. It started off. Like,
I watched almost every single fight. Yeah, started off Tagir and Carpenter. Like that was a really good fight. When I turned it on in the middle of the second round, and Carpenter was on top of Tagir, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be interesting. I didn't watch the first round, but then Tagir kind of took over. He scrambled, got back on top in the second, and then third round. Told DC he was going to take him down, took him down, and yeah. So
yeah, man. Carpenter's something to look forward to though. It seems like he has a lot that he can get better at. He's already really good with grappling and I guess the wrestling, but with his striking getting better, he's fucking gritty, tough, biting down on the mouthpiece type shit. So
Like a humbling experience for him, they were saying.
yeah,
he could grow from it.
He took a big step
For
up
sure.
in competition, and it kind of just showed a little bit. So.
But where I like, they're Ricky Turcios, Sopa, or however you say his name. Like I'm not too interested in these. Where I started off, like the card who got really good was Grant Dawson and Diego Ferrer. I was very wrong about this. I thought Diego, he had some moments on the feet, but Grant was just too strong for him. Got him down. Didn't do too much with it, but just off pure control time, like, yeah, Diego never really found his way back to his feet. Every time he got taken down, he was kind of just stuck down there. Closed guard, like, really wasn't trying to... When you get taken down, like, you got to have your feet on their hips. Like, you got to be pushing. Like, you got to be trying... You're going to have to potentially give something up to try to gain something else. And he never really just took that... never really took that chance.
So, a couple things about this fight. Two things. One, the reference. They referenced when you watch Grant Dawson. Yeah. You see a little bit of yourself in Grant Dawson because they were saying you
I see
guys
what they were
are-
saying about the top control. Like he's very, very good with his top control. So yeah, like I understand what they're saying. So
Okay.
that was cool.
And this is where the issues start with me for the night. And this is like I'm becoming bothered by this. And we were kind of talking about this at Simon's house, but in a sense of control, work, you got to work, right? This is where the conversation starts for the night. And you watching this guy, top control, throwing some punches, changing positions, like you said. What could be the solution to avoid this? Because my thing is this: if Grant Dawson is a guy who does real well on the ground, if you take that away from him, even though he earned it, and he's working, he's punching, he's you know what I mean, changing position, and then you say, nah, you got to stand up. And then let's say you stand this guy up and he gets clipped.
It's not mixed martial arts anymore at that point. You're taking out the grappling aspect. Like, I think if you get taken down, like, you're stuck there. Like, there shouldn't be stand-ups. Like, and obviously I'm biased. Like, I'm a grappler. But if someone takes me down, they hold me down, like, I should be able to get up. You can't look at the ref and be like,
He ain't doing nothing.
yeah,
Stalling.
no. Like, you got yourself taken down. Like, you should be able to get back up. And then it's bullshit because people don't understand how hard it is to go from guard to half guard to these different, like, how much you have to work just to get to those positions. And you only have 5 minutes to do it. So you come out, you're not going to take down right away. So you're probably already 2 minutes in. By the time you scored takedown, you really only got like 2 minutes to work. That's impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible to get what you want to get done. So yeah, you're just changing the sport at that point. And I understand people want it to be entertaining and they want knockouts on the feet, but
you're here to win.
That's not. These guys are here to win,
Right.
and they're going to do everything they can to win. It's a sport at the end of the day. That's like you made the comparison about the basketball, like saying how whenever you're like say what you
They
were
shoot
saying.
threes all night and they missing. Like,
Yeah.
y'all got to move that shit up to the twos.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's they're going to win however they see fit to win.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so
They have to readdress that. Go ahead.
How's it feel, Sean? Like to start hearing these younger fighters being compared to you? Is that cool to do?
I mean,
like,
he's
cool
not.
to
He's
feel?
like the same age as me.
Yeah, but I'm
I know what
saying-
you're saying. Like them talking about me on the. It's cool. Like
It is.
Yeah,
It
it's
had-
cool.
You know, I know you're a very humble kid, man, for real.
Yeah.
So I know that shit. Like that feel. It makes me feel good to hear you when
No,
people
it's
compare
cool.
people
No.
to you, dude. For real.
Especially just hearing like DC talk about me and like people who've been there before, and yeah. So that's what I like. My peers talking about me is what I care more about. But yeah. So
Did you watch this fight? Bogdan Guskov versus Billy?
came out. My man
Kid did all right.
My man ends up on his back
Easily.
and everyone's like, "Fuck!"
Yup.
Like he might be getting choked here, but then eventually he works out of it, and then he does what he was supposed to
be
do.
doing,
But
yeah.
I think from what they were saying, this guy was coming up a weight class, and he looked good for. So he'll get another fight for sure. And,
He looked solid in the first round.
and
Like I said.
he'll get a full camp.
Kinda. I ain't saying expose. Kinda show some. You know what I mean? Explore some weaknesses in what's name's game.
Bogdan probably wasn't evil.
Expecting that.
Evil Anthony Smith probably wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
That was a parlay killer almost, bro.
Yeah.
For real. I was bitch. Yo,
This next one, Zachary Reese. This was a late replacement because when we talked about it,
Oh, it was
he was
Dricus,
fighting,
Dricus.
he was fighting Dumas.
Mm-hmm.
This guy fought on LFA or Fury, one of those fights, and then he got the short notice call,
Mm-hmm.
and he looked fucking good. And yeah, he got TKO on the ground.
And he
there was
called it.
one. There was one mean ass strike to the
Oh.
back of the head, but when you're moving, like. You can't control those. So, yeah, he looked really fucking good, and he's going to be a player at 185, I think. I think he's going to be one of those guys that you got to watch coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, he called that he was gonna knock
Pyfer called that
knock him
shit.
out. What, Zachary Reese?
Yeah, he called that knockout.
Yeah, but he didn't know that this was the guy he was fighting. though.
Gotcha.
He thought he was still fighting Dumas,
Dumas,
at that
yeah.
point. This one, Peyton Talbot.
How about that?
Joey did call that. I will give Joey that. Barcelos is an OG, 37 years old, came out there. Like, we were watching the first round, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm like, I like, obviously you don't want to see Peyton lose, but he's a young kid. Like, he'll bounce back from it. But to see Hani go out there and do what he did to him was, it was a good feeling. Like, you feel good for him.
Dude, and SteadyPicks was pointed this out. Like, they were asking, are they overselling this kid? Because they were looking at the price of when Sean O'Malley came in and Peyton Talbot. Like, are you saying like he's that much more better than O'Malley when he came in? And I mean, what was it, minus 1,200 or whatever? It was something.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, right
crazy.
here.
I took
let's
him.
say minus 1,100 or something like that around that region. But do you feel like they're like sometimes moving some of these guys way too fast?
Yep, 100%. But
Whose fault does that fall on? Though, is that the UFC or
It's not
is
the
it
UFC's
your
fault.
manager and or yourself to be like, nah, like I want to?
because on paper he should have knocked out Hunt. Like, everyone thought he was going to knock him out, and that's why he was a minus 1,200 favorite. Like, if he was going against a younger guy, like more his skill, like level or range, like then, like I'd be like, all right, like that's a more of an even fight. Like, if he was a 1,200 favorite on that, then I'd be like, all right, like they're overpricing him. But Hani's almost 10 years older than him. He's tailor made for someone like Peyton. Like, Peyton was supposed to knock him out, and yeah, it just didn't go that way.
You think Honey got sons?
Huh?
You think he got kids?
Probably.
You
But he's
think
not that old. He's only 37. They're not that old. But
All
they're
right.
probably looking at it like, damn, like my dad still got it.
Yeah, here.
Because then
Rat
he
catching.
was cracking him on the feet too. But it just Peyton's got to go somewhere. He's got to get better. I think he's from a small gym in Reno, Nevada, and I'm not going to shit on this corner, but I heard some people just talking about the corner work and saying that it wasn't where it needed to be. So yeah, maybe he'll make some.
He probably
cha-
fucks everybody. I would
Probably
assume he's probably
fucks
the star in
everybody
his gym,
up.
and
He's
he's probably
probably-
not used to being
Yeah,
in that
100%.
position. And you got to. I feel
And
like
he has like I'm not going to shit on him either, but his jiu-jitsu isn't where it should be. Like, he just didn't know. He was kind of lost on the ground. Like, didn't know how to
Honey
get
like
back.
he has great jujitsu.
Didn't look like he knew how to get back to half guard, back to guard. Like, he just didn't know how to get back to certain positions. And
He had a nice lat drop. You saw it?
yeah,
That was-
he
that
did.
was
He
good.
did.
Yeah,
It
that
was.
was-
He
that was-
did.
that was smooth. That was clean.
Peyton, if you see this, you come join us over at Marquez. Come with the big dogs.
You ain't even that tip, Marquez.
Bark like a
right.
motherfucker, cuz.
All right, armor up real quick,
yeah.
man. Put your shit
So-
on, because yo, we not straying from this. We're gonna lean into this.
So
Look, I'm already defensive.
we took a motherfucking L on this one, and I'll be the. And I hate like people think we're not gonna bro. We were completely wrong.
I got a headache.
RDR looks very good in this fight. Do I think that he is going to be a world champion? No, I don't. But he did look very good against Kevin Holland. That's what sucks about Kevin. Like we were talking about on the drive over here, he could be a world champion, but you don't know which one of him is going to show.
Which gonna show up.
Like if he really put in the time, did the things that, because if you go look at what he did, and he's not a 185 pounder either. He weighed in at 183, so he's small. Like he's probably walking around at 183, 185. Like he's not getting that heavy. And at one point, it looked like he could have locked up a triangle. He just left his foot hanging underneath RDR's armpit. Didn't even go for it. Kind of looked like he didn't really want to be there. Like, it just, yeah. So, to everyone in the comments, we were wrong. We are sorry.
But yo, here but this though.
It is what it is.
I wanted to address this too, because yo, I just want to point out that this is just how we talk. Like that was light shit we were talking. We weren't really saying nothing crazy. Like he just looked like he stank.
Yeah.
That's it. Like it's not a.
Did you say like he's like he looks like he stinks like his
No,
body?
man,
like his body
they was
stinks?
talking about his. Y'all was just bidding on him,
Yeah,
like talking about
yeah.
his. But
Who said
y'all-
someone said he looks like he smells, right?
cornball? What did Joey say?
Cheese
like,
ball.
Like,
Yeah,
like, like he
cheese
stinks.
ball. Oh, yeah.
But we just
It's a
we
joke.
just bitten. Like
But-
we not. But my thing is like that's how we joke here.
all
and
these,
shit, right?
but bro,
Y'all never survived the
these
Xbox
dudes are
chat,
all-
like-
they're all sensitive.
Did
They're all
you
sensitive.
survive Xbox?
Yeah, hard R's all
Yeah.
day. Hard R's.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yo,
from the
real
rip.
quick, listen to me. Me and Sean do not have real beef. I know motherfuckers think that we do, but we do not.
See my face?
He talk.
Yeah, okay.
Show him that stain on your jersey.
I don't like you.
Yo!
pussy.
Yeah, show him that stain. He always was to put my
German
shit
shit.
up.
What jersey?
Yeah, what jersey?
What jersey? Yo, if you see Justin Haskell in these streets, just know
Man.
I don't fuck with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you look the same
You
on
know
like,
what's crazy? You know how I know Sean is very dangerous? Because he stinks in the cold. Body just funky, bro.
That's literally.
Nah, I
it.
don't want to hear it.
That's I
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
what are you drinking out of that cup?
Liquor, cuz. On that lean.
All right. But yeah, so-
it's no like I said, just talking about that. We just that's how we talk. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
bro.
not gonna change that. But I
Yeah.
will say this backstory though. When that fight was going on, when I say the fucking gun was loaded, like if
Oh,
he
yeah.
would
Yeah.
have won.
If Kevin Holland did what he was supposed to do,
But when
I
that
was gonna
shit
go,
backfired,
oh.
yo, the
Will you-
notifications came in 0.3 seconds after as soon as his hand went like this, somebody was like
Dickhead!
eyeballs. Fuck y'all was talking about casuals.
But yo, if
and
you
shit.
go, and then if you go look at every other podcast, most people were picking and saying the same things we were saying
a good
about
pick.
Kevin Holland, bro. It was
Yeah.
a good pick. For the money, like it was a good pick. So
it was a good
yeah.
pick. Good pick.
He didn't come out the rhythm as a dancer, though. I really wanted him to.
Dalton Almeida got taken down.
It looked a little dark
dicey at
at
first, but then Jalton did what Jalton does.
Very
And he got
nice
it-
sweep.
He got it done.
Very nice sweep.
He's got strong hips.
It was very
Strong hips.
scary because
Strong
Spivak
feet.
looked strong.
He looked good.
On top.
Looked
with
lean,
ground and
like he
pound.
looked really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jalton did what he was supposed to do.
Cyril Gane stopped running from him. That was his message.
That's a good fight. That's a
Who you got right there?
I made him.
I do too.
Take him down.
Me
I do
too.
too.
Take
Easy
him
work.
down.
Easy work.
This next fight, Yuri. Were
Love
you
it.
awake for this one?
I was every time you said fight, like it's like the end of the fight. I'm struggling on Saturday. Everything. I had to go back and watch everything on Sunday, but I was struggling, bruh.
Yeah. This was what we thought it was going to be. They were every time like they came into each other. You like had you're like someone's about to get fucking.
The pull counter was looking.
You're like someone's getting knocked out. But Yuri, his head movement, like I was watching him warm up, and like he was doing like literally just bobbing his head, and he was legit doing that in the fight.
Yeah.
Hands like you know you warm up sometimes like. But then you put your hands up eventually. He was doing that shit in the fight.
Yeah.
And it was fucking working.
Don't he fight like he was talking this shit?
His
Like, I'm
pull,
about to fuck this
his,
boy.
the way he was pulling and hitting him with that cross. Yeah. But Jamal was cracking him too.
Yeah, he
At one
was.
point, I'm like, yo, Yuri might get slept. I said going into it, I'm like, someone's getting slept. I wasn't sure who it was going to be. I'm happy Yuri got it done. But I think Jamal Hill had a good showing though. Like,
Yeah.
I think him and Khalil Roundtree would be a good fight.
It's definitely opportunities there.
So I think that'd be a good one.
Yo, they were fucking cracking each other,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I'm so happy that Jamal lost, and I don't have a personal beef with him.
Yeah.
I just don't like the way he went about the shit with Alex. I just think that's so corny to do that. Like, bro, you got knocked out, take it all, fight somebody, come back and get him.
Everybody forget part of his reaction came from that. That's
Yeah.
like Izzy when he fought when he humped
And
the
he
bull.
hit, oh yeah,
And you knocked out. You really didn't even realize that shit happened. Then let's say you go watch the fight. And you be like, yo, this motherfucker did that. Like,
Yeah.
And then whatever. Even though they were disrespectful on the build-up, he brought the white belt in and shit like that. But when you see the reaction of what happened after the fight, after you just get knocked out, you
Yeah.
probably feel different. It was
Yeah.
probably respect before it happened.
and then you're
you
like,
you're like, damn, bro, like, what the fuck? So part
Yeah.
of it was that he got defensive and started talking his shit and shit. So
Emotional.
Marab and Umar.
here we go.
You asleep. You were
I
asleep the
I
first
rewatched
couple
the
rounds,
Sunday,
but you
so
rewatched.
let's really.
First couple rounds. I was like, damn, if it keeps going this way, it's gonna be a long night for Marab. Marab, the way he was getting it on his takedowns. Umar was just kind of reversing him or putting him down. He was faster on the feet. Marab was crashing in. Didn't start to effectively work yet. Like that worked later in the rounds. And then third round, so I had Umar up too, right there. Third round, things start to change. I think Umar started getting a little tired because Marab just kind of stayed in his face the entire time. And then I feel like his pressure started to wear on Umar a little bit. His punches were getting through a little bit more because they were open stance. He was throwing that overhand right into a shot, and then he would start even like when he would he held him down a couple times later in the round, but most of his shit was getting in, and then he would like dump him down for a second, and then Umar would bounce right back up. But that's when I feel like the tide started to change more for Marab.
Roll
It was in the
tide.
third round. I gave Marab
The third.
3, 4, and 5.
How close was the third though?
Very close.
Like
Even the fifth. Even the
Fifth
fifth
is
I thought
close.
Marab could have came out and just put his foot even harder on the gas. And Dana said the same thing. He thought he could have got him out of there. And Umar had some spots early in that round, but then I feel like I'm sorry, Umar had his spots early in the foot in that fifth round.
right?
Marab kind of turned it around like when he needed to.
Yeah.
But bro, it was a very close fight. Umar broke his hand, but you can't take any. Bro, did you see Marab's shins?
I heard.
Dude had badass staph infections. Like leading up to his shit was still, you could see it was still open. So for him to go through his whole camp with that shit, trying to kick, do everything he has to do, people are grabbing his legs. Like I got all the respect in the world for both of them. I like Umar a lot. He's very respectful. Like he's gonna be a world champion like within his next 3 fights.
I rewatched the fight. I was definitely falling asleep. I was falling asleep like a motherfucker. But I rewatched the fight yesterday.
Yeah.
And when I say, sometimes when I go back rewatch the fight, I just watch it on mute. If you watch it with a lot of commentating, sometimes it sways. Like you tell, like that's DC and them
Yes.
young boys. You know what I mean? So you gotta get DC out your ear.
That's his guy.
Because he's gonna clean it up. He's gonna keep it competitive.
Yep.
Right.
He got skin tags under his neck.
Right. But you'll fucking watch the fight and you'll watch the fight and you'll see how close it is. Like I said, 1 and 2 definitely Umar. Third is the swing round that definitely decides
Yeah.
the fight. But again, for Marab, and then the fifth, really how you judge it, you can honestly say that is another swing round,
Yeah.
right? If you swing the back 2-2, I mean, if you swing 5 to
I've only
Marab,
watched it. I've only watched it once.
watch
so.
it one more time, and I'm like, because in the beginning of the fifth, like you said, he had very great success in the beginning, maybe even like the first 3 minutes. Marab's success came in the last 2 minutes, which was only 2 takedowns that didn't really give much, but they happened. But other than that, Umar was landing more of the strikes, even though he looked tired. But like you said earlier in the car, what was it? The pressure, ring whatever it was. And
Pressure and just ring control, cage control, like the way he was putting him on his back foot.
Yeah.
And then like we were saying too, when you're the champion, like I think you have to take it from the champion. If
Facts.
it's a close round,
I'm giving it to
it goes to
champ.
the champ.
Yeah.
It goes to the champ.
Ultimately, like I said, I do feel like it should go to Marab because of that.
Yep.
But when I say close, it's some. You may even watch that twice and be like, I don't know, man. Umar might have won that.
Yeah.
But I do believe if it's that close, I'm like tied to the runner type.
Now I think some of the judges gave Marab the first round, which is
shit. That's wild.
wild. Wild.
Trying to
So,
tell you, it was the Skechers.
That's
You won't believe me, bro. I said it last week.
so yeah.
Total strikes. My fault, Sean. Total strikes was 142 from Marab to 113 from Umar.
Yeah.
Significant was 111 to 104. Takedown 7 to 2. Control time was 222 from Marab to 137.
So when you hear it like that, but stats don't always tell the tale of the fight. You have to
For
go
sure.
watch the actual fight. So yeah, I'm very happy for Marab though. I'm very happy he got it done.
What's next?
I thought
for-
Umar was going to be able to do a lot more,
Mhm.
but Marab just showed how good he really is.
Yeah.
You know. So what's next for whom?
Marab.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Uh,
Rematch?
Peter Yan.
I did see a fight poster.
Peter Yan just beat Figgy. He's gonna. You know, he just.
But he grinded Peter Yan out, didn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, I would say what is next immediately for him is not. It's Sean O'Malley.
Oh, yeah.
100%. They're not redoing. Umar doesn't deserve a rematch off that. He wasn't the champion. If it was Marab, they wouldn't have. If Umar won that fight, they wouldn't have given. They had Sean O'Malley there, not saying they hoped that Marab lost, but if Umar won, Sean O'Malley was walking in that cage. They were facing off. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think O'Malley beats either one of them.
I don't think so either. But it's going to be a rematch with, I guarantee, Sean O'Malley and Marab. And then you got Peter Yan waiting in the wings. He's looked really good as of late. Yes, he didn't look the best against Marab, but give him another shot.
Question: do you like dominance in sports? Do you like to see? Do you like? So when I say that,
Like Islam right now.
it's weird. I don't know if this is hating. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm not a fan of
Floyd effect?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of dominance. I'm not a fan of somebody just so only way I can
know
put it is
what
I
you're
feel like
saying.
we're in this Dagestani
I know.
era, right? Of aura. So it's not that I want to see them lose, but I want to see new
Yeah.
competitors arrive. I
Yup.
want to see us move on. And I do believe with fighting, it's like a pattern. Eventually it gets figured out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So I feel like the more and more they
Marab last night.
that's what I'm saying.
Saturday.
It kind of makes you feel better,
Yup.
because you get
You
rid
can
of
break the mold.
Yeah, man. Gilbert Burns versus Hamza was the first
Same
time
day.
we was, even though he's not Dagestani, right? He's
Chechen.
Chechen, right? But it took Hamza from being invincible.
Yep. Everyone.
He's
was
a
like-
man.
No one wanted to fight him at that point. Gilbert goes and does what he does.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh shit, I'll fight
Yeah,
him.
right.
Yeah.
So it's I like when that pattern gets unlocked to where it's
Yeah.
now, okay, I'll fight him. Tomorrow I'll
Yeah,
fight him.
yeah.
This person will fight him.
Yup.
People say his name now. So it's same
Yup.
thing with them. It kind of helps move
Yeah,
thing
for
along,
sure,
get
for
people
sure.
more to say yes
It's
and all
like
that
the
stuff.
Tyson effect with boxing.
Yeah.
At first people will be scared to death because it's Tyson, and more so you lose the mental fight before you get knocked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And then you have your Buster Douglas moment.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yo, this dude can be beat. And then that's
I'm a boxing guy. He really did knock Buster Douglas out early in that fight.
I'm
But
just
go
trying
ahead.
to say, but that's Marab showed we could stand in front of one of these dudes and beat them.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
Damn, anyway, that's crazy.
Anyway, we're moving on.
Having a
Islam.
moment.
Obviously, when we talked last time, it was Islam and Armin. Later in the week, we find out Armin gets hurt. Justin tried to call me. I didn't pick up because I knew he was about to say some bullshit to me. So
Nah, I really did. I did call because I was like, I didn't know you be knowing shit. That's why I was like, yo, is this true?
no, yeah. So we heard that, and then we hear that Moicano's in. Feel bad for Dariush, but he got both of his paychecks. So
That's cool.
That's
That's
very
respectable.
nice.
Yeah.
Sat on the sidelines, got paid both of his checks. Very nice. But yeah, when they say someone's filling in, of course you're like, man, we're like he can get it done.
Right.
But it played out the way we thought it was going to play out.
I think you feel like that because that's what opportunity is about.
Yeah, for
that,
sure.
That gives people hope that
For sure.
sometimes your shot, you're going to
Yup.
get your call
Yup.
and you capitalize. So you kind of
For
lean towards that guy.
Moicano, that's like there's a loss on his record, but
Yeah.
there's literally no loss.
Nah, nothing. No
My
blemish.
man got paid, fought for the belt.
Yeah.
Is probably loses no stock at all. Only thing that happens is his stock goes up. And it just I honestly feel bad for Islam because when you're going to look back at his record, people are going like he fought Volk twice.
Yeah.
He
Short
fought-
notice here, short notice there.
here, number 10 guy here, but that's not his fault.
Yeah.
Islam's pound for pound number one. He says yo, I'll fight whoever you got for me, I'm going to fight, and that's what he does.
Now here's the weird conflict right here, which he said he doesn't want to leave the sport without being a double champ.
Yeah.
Now obviously Bilal is the champ at
Yep.
170 right now.
Yep.
You don't know how long that's going to last,
Yep.
right? Bilal is basically saying like, Islam's, my guy, not going to happen. Where Islam isn't necessarily taking it off the table. Like, so how long do you wait? How long do you?
He'll fight again. I think 155. They'll see what happens, and then they'll see what if Bilal loses to Shavkat. Then I think Islam will move right up.
What if he wins? Which I got him winning.
I don't know. They have the same manager. They can figure that out.
What about the thought of him saying, "I'll go fight Dricus at 185"?
keep it a buck. I think he would beat Dricus. I'm dead serious.
The African King. That's crazy.
The South African King.
Yeah. It's just a weird, complexity right now.
But yeah.
I don't know
Islam does what Islam does.
Not to breeze over Armin, but like I said, the events fight is on. This happens the morning of or the
1 a.m. They say it's starting to get dicey.
Super thorough of Islam to say what he said. I thought like, listen, brother, I'm going to bed. I'm the champ. Whoever I'm fighting in the morning, I'm fighting.
That's it, yeah.
Whatever. But to Armin, you see things like this happen, and then you always hear people say really, really stupid shit, and it's. Oh, he was scared, or da 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 da. Like, how likely are these to be?
He's a professional fighter. He's 9-1 in the UFC, I think, or 10-1, or 10-2 because he lost to Islam and he lost to Gamrot.
And he lost to. Oh no, they didn't fight. Yeah,
he lost to Gamrot. Bro, he's not scared to fight anybody. His back is fucked up. From what I've heard, this kid's a millionaire or his family's a millionaire. He doesn't need the money. In his mind, he's probably like, I'll chalk it up. I'm not going to go out there and fight. You have to fight Islam at 100%. At close as you can be to 100%. He's like, I'm hurt. I'll go fucking home. I'll lick my wounds. I'll fight somebody else if I have to and come back. Because if he goes out there and he gets dusted by Islam, it's never going to happen again.
Right.
So he'd rather go get another win and then come back, which I think is smart. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not saying it's smart. Like, you lost your title shot, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Do you see, who could you see Armin fighting?
We were talking. I don't know. Did he just beat Charles? Who else is right there?
I just really wish Muscle Mike was doing a lot better because I love Muscle Mike. Muscle Mike.
No, that's young bull.
If Muscle Mike was doing better, I like Muscle Mike versus a lot of people. I just great stuff.
Run his fate, cuz.
Who Muscle
Let
Mike?
me see.
Mike Chandler beat you.
Yeah,
fuck up, bro. What the fuck?
I'll do him north, cuz. Mike Chandler, you see this shit? Come on, my man Sean Brady.
What?
Sure. don't bitch now, cuz.
What you got in your mouth?
A nicotine pad.
I got a zinc. What are they called? Zinc?
You Zin?
No, you knucklehead them eating gum, you freak.
Dirtbag?
Bro, you smell like moose spit.
That's a really bad call.
No, they
Top 5. Armin, Charles, Justin Gaethje. Gaethje's fighting
Hooker?
Dan Hooker, Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway. Max Holloway, Armin.
That'd be a banger.
That's a fight. That's a good fight.
How would that go?
I don't know.
A lot of violence.
I don't know how that would go.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That would be cool. Oh, and on other news, like I said, Ilya tweeted a little bit, but he said he would come up, knock Islam out.
But now I think
him.
Islam's like, brother, I'm just tired of fighting these 145-pounders moving up. And then that's where he's kind of like, I don't want to do that. I think he'll fight whoever. I think if the UFC says that's who we're fighting, then that's who we're fighting. But I think he'd rather.
Listen, man.
I think he'd rather move up. I think that'd be a good ass fight, though. I'm not sure how big. They're saying Ilya walks around 185, 190, and he cuts to 45. So if that's true, but he's pretty short from what I remember.
The way this kid's career is going, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Outside of. Marab might be having one of the, if you really look at Marab's run, Marab might be having one of the craziest runs ever. Yeah. But Ilya has done some crazy shit too. So it's like, I like the thought of him coming up fighting Islam and I almost believe him. Like, so far he's been calling the shit out of these events that he's been in. So I kind of actually believe him, So
Sean, before we move on, last week you said something about like the old heads from the UFC. What I was thinking, I was thinking about this. I'd see like how you think about it. What if they did like a Legends card, where you would have like a fight night?
I think they should do that.
Like a Jim Miller versus Paul Felder, like shit like that.
I think that should just be a staple in the UFC. Like, once your guys get past a certain age, like say 40 or whatever it is, let them fight each other. Like, I would tune in and watch Cowboy versus whoever, like Jim Miller versus Paul or whoever these guys. Like, Paul's 40 years old. I forget, but I would watch Paul versus Jim Miller.
How you feel?
That's been a matchup that was supposed to happen for like 17
Yep,
years.
I remember.
How you feel when you don't really know that you got old too, and then they offer you a fight from that?
They'd be, yo, this motherfucker. But I truly don't, especially in MMA. Like, I don't think I think 30s are your like even late. If you look at all the champions right now,
Yeah.
they're all mid to late 30s. Like, so yeah. But I think that'd be a dope ass idea.
With all the legends and with like
Yeah.
a fight night card, like maybe like 3 times a year or some shit like that. I think that would be sick.
That's true.
But yeah, as far as
What's the name got leaked? Actually, when you was walking, UFC just posted this and took it down, but they did announce
Now it's
that
official.
Chama versus
Pereira versus Magomed, yep.
What do you think about that? Do you think we see a title change?
I'm just gonna ride with Chama.
I am right. Yo, it's
Chama.
crazy because I've been on Ankalaev the whole time where I'm
Yep.
just like, if you give him Ankalaev, I think it's going. But he just has he just has it, bro.
He's got it.
Something about Chama where I'm just
He's
like,
got
yeah,
it.
bro, he's gonna get it done.
I'm very interested in Dan Hooker and Gaethje. That's a
It's
good
beautiful
fight.
violence, right?
Dan Hooker's looked really good as of late. So
And they got the dye hair and shit.
yeah, he got
Got that-
he got a bunch of tattoos. Too.
Yo, yeah,
Got that RDR hair now.
Yeah,
Yo, let's talk about this bare knuckle real quick
get
before
it.
we wrap it up. This card's fucking stacked with a lot of like local guys, so it's gonna be
You know some of
cool.
them?
Yeah, I know a lot of the local guys who are
can't
on
see
the
the
card. But obviously our boy Ito is fighting.
Yeah,
People
boy.
don't know Ito is 5-0 in MMA. He was stuck in a contract with some organization we're not going to name, but he's
Fuck
getting
them.
out of that organization now. He's going to fight bare knuckle, and then he's going to be back to MMA. But he's fighting a guy who's 1-0 in bare knuckle. I think he's 1-0 in bare knuckle, or he might have more bare knuckle fights.
Mhm.
He's got one bare knuckle fight, and he won by TKO. I'm going to be in Ito's corner. This is going to be my first BKFC event. I am hype. Eddie Alvarez is fighting Jeremy Stevens. It's going to be it's at the fucking Wells Fargo Center. It's going to be lit.
Back to Ito.
As the
but
kids would say.
If you don't know Ito, at least for your last count, he was one of your main.
Yeah,
How hard does this kid crack?
Very hard.
Cracks, right?
Probably one of the hardest punchers I know. Like pound for pound.
Heavy-handed.
Even like not even just punching. Like this motherfucker. Like I don't even like drilling with him because when you hit his hands, it hurts.
Told you.
When you hit his hands, he touches.
Yeah.
He put me in a guard one time and squeezed. I wanted to tap because it was squeezed. My
So strong, so strong. He's just built different.
Motherfucker could
But
punch.
Yeah.
he's a Georgian, so Marab's on a nice streak. Ito, Ilya.
Listen, man,
Another thing too about
all these
Ito is
boys.
it's very hard to match Ito up. A lot of organizations can't get him matched up because people don't want to fight him.
And
Seriously.
as far as Ito goes, he works so hard. My man, like when he's not in camp, he works a normal job, trains afterwards every single day. Like never complains. There on shows up early. You got motherfuckers who don't have real jobs and they show up late. Ito's
Right.
there after work, on time, no matter what. So I love him to death. Great fighter, but even better person. He's
man.
always there.
He might
for
be the
you.
most beloved person.
Might
in the
be,
gym.
bro. He's
Possibly.
there. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to him.
Brother, I do construction.
But,
Remember he told me and Sab that one time. Like,
But
oh,
then
shit.
Eddie Alvarez and Jeremy Stevens, that's going to be, obviously I'm going for my boy Eddie, but I'm looking forward to that. If Eddie calls it a career afterwards, which he never really does officially, but what better way to go out?
So over to the GFL.
What better way going out?
Eddie's going to be 62 and still fighting. He'll still have
if
it
he
in him.
smoke somebody at Wells Fargo and then retires there, that'd be lit.
Be lit. Anybody else on there that local?
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys,
Okay.
but I don't feel like talking about them. All right, what else?
Nothing much.
Birds.
Oh my god.
Birds.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. Right now.
Hold on.
What?
I just got to make an
I got a
announcement.
little stain on my
Listen to me. Playoff football
God.
and
Why
regular
Why
season
you gotta make an
football.
announcement?
No,
Just talk.
no, I am. Shut the fuck up about Jalen Hurts. It's not about stats in the playoffs.
Oh.
It's about winning.
I think about the shit on this.
No, hell no.
This is your final episode, right?
Bro, the
chalk.
Facebook fucking coaches,
Yeah.
him and fucking Josh Allen had the same fucking stats from yesterday's game, and they both fucking won in fashion.
Winning's all that matters, just like we talked about
Exactly.
earlier in fighting.
Absolutely. I don't know if it's off the table or not. I still need Saquon to win the MVP. They're probably gonna give it to Josh Allen, but
bro.
I need him to win it. I have a
he
bet
has to.
sitting in
He's
Cash
a-
App that will pay me a lot of. I mean, sitting in
I don't care about the
FanDuel.
betting. He is a unit.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a unit, bro.
If it comes down, this is my opinion. If it comes down to the Eagles versus the Bills in the Super Bowl, if that's what it comes down to, whoever wins the Super Bowl, I believe that too is going to get the MVP, like of the league, either or Saquon or Josh Allen.
Yeah. All right, let's start to wrap this up.
One thing I have to point out, shout out to everybody who
Shit's been
tried to.
blowing
You guys sent it up with the plan for the
BKFC
tickets.
tickets.
Yep, trying to win it.
Thank you.
We will be announcing that more than likely today, if this gets dropped today or tonight. If today is Monday, so you guys will know by Tuesday.
Real quick, too. This event is in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
We are not shipping tickets to anybody. I don't know why you would think that. We're not shipping. If you live in Montana, if you come to Philly, we can come pick them up at the gym, or like we'll arrange that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's local pickup.
Yeah.
That's fucking it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for doing everything, but yeah, we're not shipping tickets.
And it's this week, so I'm not putting those in mail transit.
But
I did
Philly.
announce
Why
this.
would you fucking ship it?
I said this the day that we started the thing, that it's going to be a local pickup. So
yeah.
Whoever wins, best of luck. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we got our boy Ali over there working on it. He's working on it now. Hopefully I hear from him soon, but we will more than likely either announce it through Instagram, your Instagram, SteadyPicks Instagram, everybody Instagram. And
yeah,
hopefully I ain't going to see you, but
I'll be there.
Enjoy the show.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
and then we got fights next weekend, so we'll be back for Izzy versus Imavov.
Yeah.
So
hold up before we do you see homie in the comments talk about what bikers going to be there, and are you going to be hanging with them?
My man was the dude that's
I was cracking up.
Gotta win these for the kids. I was giving y'all life stories. I hope y'all win. I hope the right person wins. It's 2 tickets. I hope y'all win.
Leave my man Kurt
good
alone.
luck. Sign up for SteadyPicks.
Sign up.
Thank you.